What's going on, everybody? Scary Spikes back with you again, this time with some Rift coverage. And in today's video we're going to be looking at the Physician Rogue. So this is a brand new soul out of the Dream Souls pack, which is available right now on the Rift store. But before we even get started, I just wanted to give a nice shout out and big thank you to Tryon Worlds, who hooked me up with the Dream Soul pack so that I could show it off for you guys here today. Let's take a look at how to get your own. Just go into the Rift store here, go under Services, scroll down a little bit and you'll see right here the Dream Soul pack for 5,000 credits, and this will be even less for you if you're a patron, so make sure to get your patron status as well. And without further ado, let's get on to the build. So if you hit N, you're going to be met with this screen here. That is if you don't have any souls currently present or installed. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down here until you see Medic. And as you can see, Medic is a healing class, which is really interesting for the Rogue. It works sort of on a combo point based system, just like your attacks do, and your healing actually scales up with your attack power and your weapon DPS, which is really sweet because it means that you don't have to go out of your way to get any kind of special healing gear with spell power and other stuff like that. So it's really cool. You can pretty much jump in and out of any soul here and be just as efficient, so long as you know sort of what you're doing, which I absolutely do not, but that's okay. And we're going to go over this really quickly just so you can get an idea of what this particular build does. So as you can see, this build is called Medic. It's a healer, and it uses the Physician, the Rift Stalker, and the Nightblade souls, although not too much from either of the last two, mostly just 61 points in the Physician soul here. And our main abilities are going to include Casual Treatment, which is basically a short cast heal over time, or rather just a single burst heal with a little bit of a cast time there, as well as Maintenance Therapy, which is sort of like a combo finisher, but allows you to do a burst amount of healing based on the number of combo points that you spent to do so, and also applies a little bit of a hot heal over time as well, which is really nice. And then we've got the Preemptive Therapy, which is some absorption, which is also really nice. So it depends on the situation, and it's nice that you sort of be able to pick whatever you need at the particular time. Sometimes it's better to heal, sometimes it's better to shield when you know there's a big attack coming from the boss or what have you. So what I'm going to do, just to save a little bit of time, is I'm going to activate this. And our souls are going to be filled here automatically. As you can see, most of the stuff is in healer here, or the Physician soul. And I'm going to cut the video and I'm going to be right back once I get everything organized into my bars. I'll go over some of the basic abilities with you guys, and then maybe we can run a dungeon or something else just to show off how the class or how the soul performs. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, I am back and I've put a bunch of this stuff on the bars here. As you can see, there's obviously not everything. There are some abilities that I decided to prune or just not to include at all. Some of them are not being very useful, but most of them are included, and I'm trying just to stay as clean and tidy and efficient as possible. So hopefully this is going to work, and I guess we'll find out soon enough when we go into our dungeon. But first of all, I'd like to just go over these basic abilities with you and just to show what they do. So first things first, we'd like to start off with the bars, the buffs over here, which are really important to always have up. So the first one, the Preventative Medicine, basically gives you a little bit of an absorption shield each time you're hit, which is nice, especially good for encounters where there's a little bit of residual damage to be had by the group members. At least you don't have to focus on healing yourself as much, so you can focus on your teammates, which is always a good thing. Then we've got the Simultaneous Treatment, which turns 30% of your overhealing into absorbs as well for the rest of your team, which is really nice. And of course we have our buff for our Endurance, which is not really a big deal, but a little bit more endurance means we can stay alive long enough to heal more people, which is always good. Then we've got this over here. This is the Supportive Cure, and essentially what it does is just enhances our abilities on one single target. So typically this is going to go on the tank, and basically it gives them a bit of an absorption shield based on the abilities that you cast on him. Now, these three abilities are probably not going to be used as much, but I definitely included them because they're pretty viable. So the Intensive Cure allows us to basically increase the efficiency of our spells by 50%, which is really nice, lasts for about 10 seconds. And then we have our debuff, or I guess our decurses and stuff like that. So our single decurse and then our AoE decurse is here. And then we're moving on to our secondary bars. So on my queue here I have the Kiss of Life, which is basically a combat res, which is really nice to have. Obviously you want to have your tank up at all times. If your tank suddenly goes down, you want to be able to bring him up ASAP, so that's really good to have at close range. Our sort of bread and butter heal over here, the Casual Treatment. It's cast time, which I'm not crazy about, but actually there's a lot of other abilities in here that allow you to heal instantly, so not so bad. And speaking of those, these are the two abilities here that do some nice instant healing. and they generate combo points as well. So we've got our active treatment and our urgent care. The urgent care is pretty much exactly the same as the active treatment, except that it does a little bit more healing and it has a little bit of a cooldown on it. Then moving along, we have the life insurance, which is probably the most hilarious name I've ever seen for, but it's actually, it does what it says. You know, it insures against death. So what it ends up doing is it shields your target, and if your target ends up dying while he's shielded, instead he gets returned to 50% life. So that's really cool. Kudos to Trion for coming up with some really sweet names. Although all these different treatment spells, or treatment or therapy, everything's either a treatment or therapy, so that kind of probably could have used a little bit more creativity. But hey, you know what? This is pretty cool. I like the life insurance here. Then we've got the expectant treatment. Again, probably a little bit more creativity could have been used there, but that's okay. Basically, this is a shield, so for any of you WoW players out there who are just getting into Rift, it's sort of like the power word shield on your priest. Very, very similar to that, just has a nice little absorb. And then the emergency response, which is a little bit like, again, I hate to make a reference to WoW here, but I guess it's going to help a lot of people that are coming to Rift from WoW. So basically, this is kind of like a lay on hands ability from a paladin's point of view, where you're able to instantly restore a set amount of health, which is equal to 100% of your base health. Which is nice, and that also absorbs about 2600 damage as well. I'm sure that's going to increase as my gear gets better, but as you guys can see, I still have some of my crappy green gear that I got basically from getting my instant level 60 boost, which, by the way, you can get if you end up getting one of the either the Infusion or the Ultimate Nightmare Edition expansion packs, the Collector's Edition for the Nightmare Tide expansion pack. You can get that on the Rift store as well, so go and check that out. And then we're going to look at our basic abilities here. So the way I've done it is I've spread it into two different parts. The second ability bar is for when I'm soloing, although honestly I'm probably just going to change my role altogether. This is sort of if I just get caught in a weird position where I have to do some damage. So we've got the viral infection, which basically curses or debuffs a single enemy, and every time you use any of your heals or your buffs, or rather your attack abilities, you do get a little bit of a heal as well, which is really nice. Or rather, sorry, no, I got that all wrong. I was thinking about this thing right here. This actually buffs you so that every time that you deal... let me see here. Let me actually just read this. So, causing any of your physician healing or absorb abilities. So that's right. Every time you heal or absorb, you use an ability to heal or absorb on yourself. This actually deals damage to your opponents. So I apologize about that. I kind of got that mixed up there. Then moving on to sort of, again, our bread and butter DPS ability here, the Surgical Strike, which deals a set amount of damage and also returns a little bit of health to you. And then we have something that's very similar to the Surgical Strike, but it does it over a period of time. So it puts a dot on your enemy and it puts a hot on you. And then we've got our big finisher, which is the Plasma Strike, which basically deals damage and again restores health. So I like the nice theme here. There's a bit of a healing sub-theme, obviously, because we're playing the Physician. It's nice that there's some abilities included for damage, but that they also heal you. And then this is a toggled ability here, the Pandemic, which basically allows your two main abilities here, or actually your Surgical Strike and your finisher, the Plasma Strike, to do AoE damage as well. So it does a little bit less damage, but it hits everything, or at least I think it was about 5 enemies. Up to, let me see here, am I reading the right thing? Yep, it hits 5 enemies, so there you go, and it restores health to up to, I believe, 4 party or raid members, which is nice. Okay. And then we're going over to the Mass Blood Transfusion, which is another really cool name, which deals 3200 to 3500 earth damage over 4 seconds to up to 5 enemies, and heals the rogue for 340 to 376 for each enemy hit. So, and that's kind of cool. You can move while you're doing that. And moving on to our main healing abilities. So as you can see, obviously, like I said, our bread and butter skill is over here, and then we've got some instant heals, which will help to get us some combo points. So let me kind of demonstrate that. We'll do this, and I don't know, maybe we can heal a little bit and get some points. There we go. So once we've got some combo points, we're able to use these abilities here. So the first ability is basically your main finisher, which just hits a single target, and it does a heal and a heal over time as well. The more you do, the more losing my words here. The more points you use, the more combo points you use, the more healing it does, and the more healing over time it does. This is essentially a bigger version of your first ability here, the Massive Therapy, but it avoids the hots altogether just to do one big massive heal. And moving on, Preemptive Therapy, it's a bit of a time to cast it there, but at least it gives you a nice absorb, so it gives you up to 7500 absorb and possibly higher. with all the different talents and abilities that increase your healing and absorption spells. So that's kind of cool. It's nice to be able to prevent damage sometimes than just to heal through it. And the group therapy, again, another kind of cool name, which basically does a little bit less healing but ends up hitting everybody in the group, or I guess up to 10 party or raid members, which is nice. And then moving on to, excuse me, sneezing like crazy today. Moving on to this is just a behemoth of an ability. So this thing is called Biofeedback, and it restores 34,291 health over 5 seconds. Now, it is a channeled ability, so casting anything else or getting hit, I'm sure it's going to disrupt that. But as long as you can keep channeling, you're going to restore a ridiculous and obscene amount of health to your target. And of course, it also allows for movement, which is nice. So if you're in a very intensive battle and you've got stuff on the floor that you don't want to stand in, then you can still use that ability freely. Then moving on, we've got our alternative treatment, which basically causes all physician combo point generating heal and absorb combo point generating heals and absorbs to affect up to 5 party or raid members, and heals for 50% and absorbs for 50% of the amount, and it only heals for 70% of the amount in PvP. So really interesting. That's pretty cool. So you can use your single target abilities with this to sort of hit everyone and then do a nice big group therapy at the end. And then there's just my Dwarven Breakfast down here. And for the last 2 abilities that I've put in here, it's basically just some utility to give myself 5 combo points or 50 energy on the spot. So sometimes you're going to need to burst heal, you're going to need a little bit more energy or combo points, and that's what that is there for. So hopefully that wasn't too boring for you guys. I tried to, like I said, minimize it to the point where it's going to be very efficient, but also going to be short enough so that you guys don't fall asleep on your keyboards. And following this, I think we're going to go and try to get into a dungeon and do some healing. So stay tuned for that. Alright, fantastic. So we've made it into the Archive of Flesh, and we're just going to redo all of our buffs here. Let's see if I can tell who the tank is here. 71k, 45, 46. Okay, so I'm guessing this guy's probably the tank. And I don't know how I can set focus here. But anyway, we'll put our buff on him. And we should be okay. So this is going to be my first time ever doing this dungeon, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but we're just going to shield him up.
Centuries since anyone has toured the Archive of Flesh. Observe my sacred works and weave at their beauty, their grace, their perfection. We will discuss the price of admission later.
Interesting. So we'll do a nice group heal. Sweet. We're going to try to keep our shield up on him at all times. That way we can just keep instant healing him and have the shield absorb as much as possible. Oh wow, he's taking quite a bit of damage. Wow, I just got killed. I don't know what happened. I just got killed. What happened there? This guy just kind of came out of nowhere. That was an oops, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a pretty big oops. So obviously not a very good start here. Hopefully this is not going to be a scrubby team. Although it's pretty scrubby already because of me, so hey, I really can't complain, right? But considering the fact that I've never played the Physician before, I'm on a little bit of a probationary period here. I don't really know which order to use my abilities in. I can just do the best that I can. So let's see if we can find this dungeon entrance, which for the love of me I don't think I'm going to be able to find. You know, maybe we can hit the map. Okay, there we go. So I guess we gotta go this way. Oh, yeah, there's a corpse right there. So I guess we just follow. Group has entered. Okay, sure, why not? So I guess I'm just gonna get ported in. Yep. Perfect. Well, that saves me the run, which is good. And here we go again. So let's just top this guy up and put the buff on him. Can I put the buff on him? Yeah, he's already pulling. What's going on here? Wow. Wow, he's not wasting any time, that's for sure. So let's try to get all our buffs going on here.
This is the most fun I've had.
Interesting.
Blood tornado incident.
Just get an absorb on him real quick. And then we could probably put a little AoE heal. It seems like everybody else is doing fine. It seems like he's just taking all the damage, so it seems like we're doing okay now. But that one last pull, that was pretty bad. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But it doesn't seem like we're really running out of any energy, so this is good. We're staying stable. So let's do that. Just get ready with our combo points just in case there was more damage happening out of nowhere. This guy's going to be taking some damage. Holy cow. Alright. There we go. Shield him. Oh, I think I just hit the wrong button. That's okay. I think I just hit my my life insurance on him, which is it's fine. It's just got a 1 minute cooldown, not a big deal. And we'll just do our group therapy, top everybody up, and keep moving. So this is kind of cool. It's really interesting that these heals are based on your ranged attacks. So I'm being led to believe here that as long as you have a decent amount of ranged attack power and you have a good ranged weapon, that you'll be doing some good heals. So this is nice. Just refresh the buff on him there, just in case I forget. Yep. Guess I'm ready.
Zool wants to play. Careful now. He could be a bit rough.
Okay. We'll just do that. I think we could put a shield on him too. Just try not to fall off this thing while healing. I think as long as I keep the shield up, it's pretty sweet. And then he just takes a lot less damage. But wow, this is just so different to heal with a ranged character. And again, there I go with misplaying with the the life insurance. But you know, that's okay. Like, I guess the only way that you're gonna learn is by playing, and you can't be possibly, you know, the best the very first time around. So where's he getting all this absorb from? I guess he's got some of his own absorb. We'll lay that down. Buff him up again. And we had a disconnect too. Great. Now we're all stunned. There we go. Just top him back up. And heal him up. Nice. Well, that's plate, so it's not really going to be useful for us, but let's just do that. I guess that was the first boss, so that's pretty sweet. So far, so good, other than the initial wipe at the beginning there. Doing well, so looks like we're going to get a little bit more trash. Just moving on to the next boss fight here. Let's see how I can... Yeah, I can just keep him shielded. I think that works best. So we're just going to keep spamming our instant heals, because our instant heals over here, using the active treatment, it doesn't take up that much mana. And it gives us pretty much a combo point a second. And then we can use those combo points to heal everybody, or just heal him. The unfortunate thing is, the urgent care doesn't actually give us a combo point, which I just noticed. But I guess that's okay, considering the fact that it does quite a significantly more healing. We've got a runner. Significantly more healing than our active treatment. Oh, we completed a quest too. That's pretty sweet. And let's just keep our combo points up. I don't know why he's letting these things run away, or maybe that's just what happens, but let's just keep going. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's just an artifact. I guess I'll just grade it. It's a shame I can't really skin anything in here, because I do have Grandmaster... Oh crap, what did I do here? I was standing way too close to it. Surprised it didn't get owned. There we go. We'll just keep him topped up. Oh, that heal actually does a pretty good amount of healing. We can just keep spamming this and then spamming our instant in between. And we've got a good level of mobility as well, which is nice. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this. This is really, really interesting. The other members of our team don't seem to be taking very much damage. Although at this point I think I can just start to heal everybody up. And myself included. There we go. Let's just top everybody up here. So we'll top him up. Then we'll top him up. And then we're going to top ourselves up with our instant heal. Now we've got back up to 5 combo points here. We can do our group heal. This is pretty cool. It actually seems like we're doing fairly well. Oh, and this cast actually gives us 2 combo points too. You see, learn everything as you go along. What is he at here? I think he's almost dead. Yeah, he's pretty much dead now. And this looks like... I don't know if it's a bit of an upgrade, but we're losing some dexterity and attack power. But whatever, we're just going to greet it. It's not that big of an upgrade, and I'm probably going to be doing some raids and stuff later on as well. So not too big of an upgrade. We're not going to be greedy. But did everybody just go down here? Yeah. We're not going to be too greedy about it. Really interesting. I like the level design here. This looks really grim, this place. But I guess with a name like the Archive of Flesh, probably shouldn't be too surprised. Okay. And keep everybody topped up here with our group heal. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Better get myself back up here. There we go. It's kind of interesting though, because most of these abilities, they are instant target heals, it looks like, so you really got to be on top of your game. This isn't exactly like the Liberator, for instance, who is able to heal everybody at once. So this is more of a single target tank healing build, as you can see, even with this buff over here. That's designed specifically for being used on a single target. And a lot of our other buffs here as well are single target abilities, so let's heal him all the way up just to be certain. Fortunately, the cast time on our main heal here isn't very long, so we're able to keep ourselves topped up as well as everybody else in our group. Although I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the group heal ability is a little bit lacking. It feels a little weak to me, and I'm not sure if that's just because it does less healing for everybody, like it splits everything in. Who's battle looting? Come on. Who's battle looting? You guys, I don't have time to be clicking on need or greed. Busy healing. Okay, well, looks like another boss fight. Hopefully I'll be able to cover him from here. But let's just keep him topped up. This will give him an absorption shield as well, as long as I keep healing him. It's going to be pretty intensive, so hopefully I don't have to pop any of my cooldowns. Where'd he go? Oh, this can't be good. I have no idea where he went. Oh, he went over here. Alright. Well, that's not too bad at all. Ooh. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Well, she's half dead. I don't know if they're gonna... Oh, yes. Get a nice resurrection. Perfect. Okay, see if I can heal everybody here. Alright, not too bad. Trying to heal everybody up, but I don't know how I got one-shotted there. I just got one-shotted again. That's pretty bad. So, I guess we've got to stay out of this area here, because this doesn't seem safe. I think they've got it, though. He's got a pretty good shield at this point. I gave him a good shield before I died. And it looks like they're gonna be able to kill this thing. Nice. And what do we have here? For a cleric, so we'll go with greed. I guess I'll just soul walk. Wow. My bad. So, I wonder if there's anything else, or if this is it. I think there's more, otherwise people would be leaving. So let's just Solak. There we go. And now we're just gonna buff up again. Where's our tank here? Buff our tank. There we go. Get some health. Some much needed health. And then we'll heal our tank now as well. Able to take a little bit more damage than everybody else. There we go. Full health. It's just so weird, you know. I'm used to doing a lot of damage with this guy, and to just be running around and healing, it's very awkward, but at the same time it's somewhat satisfying. Let's back up before I get one-shotted again. Now, if I can keep this sustained healing up, it actually gives him a nice little shield, which is pretty good. In fact, I think I can try to give everybody a nice little shield. It's not a lot, but it definitely does, you know, when you see that residual damage happening to the entire group, it definitely helps. And especially for the tank, since he's going to be taking a lot of damage, so... let's see, let's move over here. Ooh, that was nasty. What was that? A little knockback? Knockback? Jeez. Come on. This thing is huge, whatever it is we're fighting. Or not huge, but at least it's tough. Really interesting. So I gotta say, guys, I am enjoying this soul, in particular, this physician soul. This is really cool in the medic build. There's a guide as well, so if you go into... I probably should do it right now, but if you go into here, if you go into your presets, if you just click on the medic over here, there's actually a guide button that you can click on. I guess I should probably get everybody topped up here, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Especially myself, I gotta keep myself topped up here. There we go. And I guess we will hit... Come on, what's going on here? I can't seem to activate my thing. Looks like I'm taking a lot of damage. I don't know why anybody else is not. But at least I can keep myself shielded. I can imagine the situational awareness has got to be pretty important in here. She's gonna die if I don't heal her real fast here. There we go. Now I got her. There we go, nice and high. Heal myself a little bit. Get a shield on myself. The tank seems to be doing pretty good. So, there we go. Not too bad at all. No gear dropping for us though, really. Let's see if I can just dispel everybody's crap. And it looks like we might have one more boss in here, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you go into the medic build there, you'll see a guide button. As long as you click on that button, it'll take you to the guide. I'll try to actually put a link to that in the description below, so you can get a more accurate guide of how to play this particular build. But so far I'm enjoying it. I gotta say, it's really interesting. And I guess we're gonna be pulling him down. I'm gonna stay far, far away. I'm probably gonna stay at max range, actually, as far as I can possibly stay. It seems like this guy is going to be doing a lot of damage. And like, he's already doing group damage. Oh, I've got something on me. I'm just gonna let him take the aggro, because this is way too much for me to handle. Wow. There we go, heal myself up. Whoa, what's happening here? Okay, I guess I did it the right way there, to just face away from everybody, because it seems like that would have done a lot of damage to everyone. Okay. Oh, I think I do have my AoE heals turned on now, which is pretty good. I probably want to have this turned on all the time anyway. Wow. Oh wow, look at that. That's a warrior cleric, but I didn't realize that epic gear drops at the end here. That's pretty sweet. So we're going to just greet on that. Not a big deal. And that's going to do it, guys. Wow. So my first experience is healing as a ranger type class, I guess. I'm not really in the mood for another one. So I'm just going to leave. But that was very, very interesting. Obviously, my healing was terrible. It was pretty bad. But at least we got through it, so that's the most important thing. What's going on here? I guess I'm not going to be kicked out yet. That is the most important thing. We did get through it, and I did get to learn a lot more, especially about having this thing turned on, the alternative treatment that helps to heal everybody around you. It does less initial healing, but the fact that you're able to heal everybody saves you a lot of time. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you to Tryon Worlds for letting me try these souls. Definitely keep your eyes open on the channel for more stuff to come. There's definitely going to be more Rift coverage. As you guys have probably been reading either on the blog at sspgaming.blogspot.com or seen some of the other videos on the channel, you probably know I'm going to be going to China with my girlfriend in about 2 weeks' time. On the 27th, I'm going to be leaving for China, and I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. I'm going to do my best to get as many videos scheduled up on YouTube for you guys as possible, so that there's no interruptions. Looks like we're going to get kicked out of the thing now. So that there are no interruptions. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have access to that feature on the blog, or have access to the blog from anywhere in China. So there's going to be nothing on the blog, but just rest assured there will be stuff on the channel, so make sure to come back for that. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that big thumbs up button there and subscribe for me. That helps a lot. Share the video with your friends if you liked it. And what can I say, guys? Rift is back, so we're going to be doing some more Rift coverage in the future, and definitely keep your eyes on the channel for that. So enough talking for me. I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, guys. Take care.